The silence was deafening. It pressed against their ears, a constant reminder of what was missing. Their friend gone, vanished without a trace. Just yesterday, they were laughing, sharing secrets, making plans. Now, only emptiness remained.
She couldn't believe it. One moment, their friend was there, the next, gone. It felt unreal, like a nightmare she couldn't wake up from.
"We'll find them," he said, his voice firm despite the tremor in his heart. "We have to."
His words, though laced with uncertainty, brought a sliver of hope to Emily's tear-filled eyes. They had to find their friend. They wouldn't give up. A chilling wind swept through the park, rustling the leaves on the trees. It seemed to whisper a single word: gone. The initial shock began to give way to a wave of confusion and suspicion. Whispers of blame circulated within the group, sharp and cutting.
"It's your fault!" she cried, her voice raw with grief and accusation. "You were the last one to see them!"
"That's not fair," she retorted, her voice trembling. "We were all together, and then—" Her voice trailed off, the memory of their friend's sudden disappearance too painful to revisit.
"Stop it, both of you," he commanded, his voice sharp with urgency. "This isn't helping. We need to stay strong," he said, his voice softer now. "We'll find them. Together." "Look," Luke continued, his voice steady and reassuring. "Panicking won't solve anything. We need to think clearly, retrace our steps, and figure out what happened. We were a team before this happened, and we need to be a team now, more than ever."
"You're right," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "We need to work together."
The weight of their friend's disappearance still pressed down on them, but a glimmer of hope flickered in their hearts. They were a team. They would find their friend. They had to. As if summoned by their newfound unity, a figure emerged from the shadows of the ancient oak tree at the edge of the park. A child no older than 10 stood before them. The child's eyes, wide and knowing, held a wisdom that belied their tender years. Their clothes, simple and old-fashioned, seemed out of place in the modern world. The child didn't speak, but their gaze held an undeniable intensity. They beckoned the friends closer, their small hand gesturing towards the heart of the town.
"Who is this child, and what do they want?"
Hesitantly, the trio exchanged uncertain glances. Emily, still shaken but clinging to any glimmer of hope, reached out and took the child's hand. The child's touch was unexpectedly warm and reassuring. Sarah and Luke followed close behind, their eyes fixed on the child's enigmatic figure. Perhaps this child held the key to finding their missing friend. The child led them to the town square, a place bustling with activity, yet seemingly frozen in time. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted from the bakery, while the rhythmic clang of a blacksmith's hammer filled the air. Yet, it felt as if they had stepped into a bygone era. The child stopped before a weathered stone monument, its surface etched with faded inscriptions. This was no ordinary monument. It was a historical plaque, its surface bearing witness to the town's long-forgotten past. The child pointed a finger at the inscription, their eyes urging the friends to decipher its secrets.
"What does it say?"
Luke, his brow furrowed in concentration, traced the faded letters with his finger. The inscription spoke of a time long ago, a time shrouded in mystery and shadowed by a dark curse.
"Those who vanish from our midst are claimed by the shadows, forever lost to time."
A shiver ran down Emily's spine. Could their friend be lost to this ancient curse?